So if you guys are anything like me, you guys want to be prepared for as much as possible. You know, we don't get to decide when bad things happen. And when bad things happen, you want to be prepared. So I keep different pouches and packs for different reasons. I have an electronics one with different battery packs and different electronic cords I might need. I keep a first aid kit and many other pouches and packs. But wouldn't it suck to have all this preparedness and the one thing that winds up hurting me or a family member is an infection? Quick fact, 98% of all of our antibiotics come from overseas. 99% of people do not have an emergency supply of antibiotics. And according to experts, if our chains got interrupted for any reasons from our antibiotics, we would run out within a few weeks. So Jace Medical has made this super easy for you to get yourself medication or antibiotics. You just take a quick survey online and then it gets reviewed by a board certified doctor. It is actual prescription antibiotics. You get 5 different courses of antibiotics and a guidebook for safe use. I definitely recommend it. It's better to be safe than sorry, guys. Now, I have $10 off coupon down in the description. This pack is specifically for me, so this might not be what you get. I have allergies and stuff, so this is specifically for me. But $10 coupon off down in the description. It's definitely something to think about, and if it is something you're worried about or something you're thinking about, check out the link down in the description. Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and we have a new MAXACE that was sent to me by MAXACE. Now, this was one I got to check out that someone in the community let me take a look at. And I think it was the first time I ever tried one of these knives. Now, let's get into this one. Beautiful packaging, by the way. Look at the nice hard case. We got every bit of hardware you can imagine. This has got to be every single part to this knife. Look, we even got a steel lock bar insert. That's awesome with the detent ball in there. But here's what we came to see. Hoo-hoo. Look at that. This is a tank. And I mean that in a good way. It's got to be all titanium. I don't think that's got to be all titanium. Lots of hardware, big, thick, robust back spacer. Oh, look, we got a pin in there. Yeah, see, it's being locked closed right now. So let's take this pin out. All right. So now we should be able to flip it. First flip. Look at that blade. Oh, this thing is a beast. Beautiful. I'm going to call it a drop point, but it drops and then clips. Has a little bit of recurve in it, too. I don't mind that. Plunge grind stops right there, so they at least gave you something to sharpen off. I usually prefer it to be back a little farther, but I'm not mad at it. Robust grind for sure. Thick blade stock. This is the blade. Oh, wait. Is it? I don't know if it's stopping on this stop pin or these. It looks like both. I mean, it is a vault. Wow. Yeah, this is a vault. And you could always take and put this in here. And now you could really do some serious work with this because it's impossible for it to close. I'm not going to say it's a fixed blade, but it's close to it. Thick, robust lock bar. Look at that lock bar. Holy cow. Nice jimping on it. The easiest access. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so it stops right there. I think it's getting onto a ramp. Yeah. That's kind of weird that it stops right there. Maybe it's a safety or something. I don't know. But you can shake past it. But it's interesting. Oh, wait. It stops there and there. Stops here and here. That's interesting. Is it a double ramp or something? I'm interested in what the blade looks like underneath. All right, so this is... It spins. Hang on. Okay, so that's also a lock. Wow. You can essentially turn this thing into a fixed blade. I thought this was just going to be a lock bar stabilizer preventing me from unspringing the lock, but no, it's also another lock. So when you turn this, now I can't well, once I do it, you can't disengage the lock once you turn this thing all the way. So you turn it like that. Now I can't disengage it. So now it's impossible for me to unlock now. So, and you could put the pin in. It has double safety features. But I'm curious if this was possibly in the way. No. Look at the inside in there. I almost want to take it apart. All right. We have a fuller here for a reverse flick. The action's interesting. The deployment is really good. But I don't know if they're using this as a safety so it doesn't come down on your finger, but it basically stops right there. It has 2 stops. You disengage it, maybe 3. Let me oil it really quick just to give it a little better flow, even though it is extremely smooth. You can actually see a detent ramp right here. I'm going to hit that with the KPL Heavy, but throw a little bit of this stuff in there. This is the original. Now we have, and I'll link all this down in the description, the Heavy. We're going to put a little bit of that on this ramp. Just a little drippity drop right there. But then I'm also going to put it on the actual detent ball itself. So you can swing right past it just doing that, but if it's different, it's not something I've felt before where it almost feels like it has 2 or 3 ramps. Definitely unique. These handles are super robust, but crazy comfortable. This is insanely comfortable. It feels like I have a fixed blade in my hand. It really does. I can always choke up right there if I really want to. The flipper tab really is not that big. I know it looks big on this side, but while it's open, it's really not, protruding in any way. Lots of jimping. You can see we have these overlays all over it. Looks like a good-looking titanium milled pocket clip. They even have a landing pad underneath it to help it be smooth underneath, or while your pants are going underneath the clip, it'll be nice and smooth because it has a little landing pad under there. Lanyard. I don't know if anybody put a lanyard on this beast, but hey, to each their own. You can use the thumb studs. I didn't even think about that. They're not the easiest, just because they're slick. I think they're more blade stops. So we have a massive stop pin, and these act as a stop pin, plus the lock bar, plus this lock, plus this lock. This thing would be, it's already a vault just like this. The flipper tab is very comfortable, and because this is such a heavy blade, it obviously has to have a strong detent, but it's not a strong detent like you'd expect from a smaller knife because it's so heavy, so robust. Look at how thick or wide that flipper tab is. So this is so comfortable. It really wouldn't matter how strong the detent is. It's going to be a nice, easy flick because it's so comfortable. And it launches out every time. I'm sure I could fail it if I wanted to. I wonder. Because, these, I don't know what you'd call them, stops. You got to get past those. So really, if I try to fail it, it fails because it hits those. But even if I just lightly do it, it'll still travel the whole way. So when you actually attempt to flip it, it launches out. I mean, like I said, it's such a big flipper tab. You have so much leverage, and the detent is nice and strong in a good way, though. I'm super interested in what the insides look like. Maybe we should pop it apart really quick. Let's do it. All right, so a lot of hardware, but it was really easy to take apart. One interesting thing is that there's one T6 down here in the corner. T10, all T8s, and one T6 down at the bottom. I wish that was a T8. And this thing is fit together really, really good. I mean, the machining is insane. I've been working this scale off for about 15 seconds now. And that's because of this pin. So, nice big pin right there. The inlay just came off in my hand. That goes right there. Look at that machining, man. And you got the washer in there for the bear. Whoa, look at those bearings. Holy cow. Wow. Now that's a bearing. Holy, what is that? Triple, is that double row? No, it's double row. Staggered double row, multi-row bearing. Wow. Look at how big just the whole track is. I mean, it's insane. I know I just oiled it, but... Okay, so this is what I'm feeling right here. We have the ramp because of the pin. Because of this pin that goes through here, they don't want it to just stop inside there, so they put a ramp on both sides. Okay, that makes sense. Man, those are some big bearings. Look at that stop pin. They have a track down the center of the back spacer. Now, you see how this thing, you can spin it, and you see the pin looks like it goes in front of this lock bar, so then you can't push it over when you spin it. So see right there, that pin, now it stops it from moving, and you just turn it out of the way. You can see a screw right there. So that's the steel lock bar insert. What is this screw for? I don't know. Maybe to help stabilize it or something. Very interesting. There's the clip screws and the inlay screw. All right. Now this thing is just pure insanity. It went together super easy, right back to centered. I mean, it's got this like little divot in there, so in the track you can see where like the blade rests right in the middle, so it's definitely got to be centered, otherwise you will see it. Super easy to put together and take apart. This thing is so robust, it's so beast mode. You can't help but just admire it, man. I mean, it's crazy. Look at that tip. I'm not sure if it needed the pin, you know, because it's so overbuilt already and you have this. But hey, I mean, it's essentially a fixed blade, you know, if you lock both of those. So you could do some serious hard use with this thing. And I'm curious, like with that pin, with the lock bar like that, I already know the blade would most likely snap before any of this would probably fail. So I'd love to test that theory. Maybe one of these days we could set something up, because man, yeah, this thing could definitely hold a lot of weight. It is very strong. And then the Amber 3 in Damascus. These guys make some serious crazy knives. Look at that action. Oh, the action is so good on this. Very comfortable in the hand. Beautiful Damascus. And such a good cut, too. But there you guys go. I do already have a first impressions on this one. I love this blade shape. Perfect EDC blade shape. Look at that swedge. I love how it extends out. Great for everyday carry and just regular use that you use a knife for. But this one is, look at how much bigger it is. Woo! But there you guys go. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.